The old man, desperate to continue his bloodline, tied the captured female thief suspended in midair, then used scissors to cut open the woman's pants, and withdrew a vial of mysterious liquid from the refrigerator.
No! No!
He told her she would be free in 9 months. At this moment, the woman felt utterly hopeless, but all of this was a consequence of her own actions. Anna was a serial thief, along with 2 other accomplices. They frequently targeted elderly people living alone in remote areas, because they believed that even if discovered by these solitary seniors, the victims would be unable to resist. This time, the 3 criminals set their sights on a blind veteran. They had learned from the news that the veteran's only daughter was killed by a drunk wealthy driver, and he had received a $1 million settlement. This sum was extremely tempting to them, so, that night they crept to Norman's house under cover of darkness, used special drugged sausages to sedate his vicious dog, then climbed through the window into his house. Jack also found Norman's bedroom, planning to drug him into a deeper sleep, but unexpectedly, Norman suddenly sat up in bed. This terrified Jack. Fortunately, Norman was completely blind, so he didn't detect Jack, who was just inches away. Jack quickly realized this, slowly placed the prepared drugs on the floor, then rapidly closed the door and left, to begin searching for the massive settlement money, but they found no hiding place for cash anywhere else. So, they focused on a tightly shut door. The group was convinced the $1 million was hidden behind it. Jack impatiently took out a crowbar, wanting to force the door open in the most direct way. However, the seemingly fragile wooden door wouldn't budge even with all his strength. With no other choice, he pulled out his gun, intending to shoot open the lock, but his companions objected, because burglary and armed home invasion are completely different crimes. Yet Jack ignored them, aimed his gun at the lock and fired. Seeing Jack wouldn't listen to reason, his accomplices decided to leave. Perhaps this was exactly what Jack wanted. With fewer people involved, he could keep more money. However, after he successfully forced the door open, Norman mysteriously appeared before them. Obviously, the gunshot had awakened Norman. Fortunately, Norman was blind, unable to see the situation inside. Jack quickly lied, claiming he was drunk and entered the wrong house. But Norman happened to step on the doorbolt Jack had just removed. At this moment, the truth became self-evident.